Okay, I'm not too sure about this, but I do know that I'm Patty Chanel, and I am here from StampPatties.com, Stampin' in My Flops. Today I'm going to share with you a card that I created using our Color Seasons, Colorful Seasons, I don't know, it's a new bundle called Blended Seasons actually. It's a two-piece set and it does have coordinating framelits. And I'm going to show you today how to create, although it looks like an ordinary card, when the card gets opened, it actually becomes almost like a 3D box. So hopefully you can see that pretty well there. I'm going to not make you seasick, I hope, and I'm going to move the camera over to my creating table. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. So my card base is using Flirty Flamingo, which is a shade of pink, and those of you that know me and know me well know that I love pink. Now, I don't want you to panic if you can't read all the measurements that you see here, because again, those of you that know me know I don't really edit. It's not my forte. So make sure you visit my website, www.stamppatties.com, because I have taken photographs of all the measurements so that you can see them. But I'm starting with a 12 by 12 piece of paper. And if you look really closely, I'm hoping I can zoom. Let's see. Yeah, I think I can. All right. So you'll see up here at the top, this says 4 inches, 7.5 inches, 8 inches, and then 11.5 inches. So you are actually scoring your paper at all 4 of those measurements. So if I put my cardstock on here, I'm going to be scoring it at 4, 7.5, 8, and 11.5. And then I'm going to be cutting it in half this way so that I get 2 pieces out of the sheet of 12 by 12. So just to speed things along, because I know some of you have short attention spans like I do, what I've done is I've already pre-scored one, and I just want to show you how I go about putting it together. So the first thing I do is I'm holding this up like this. I'm going to zoom back out a little bit, give me a little bit more room, and I'm folding in all of my scores. And hopefully you're going to be able to see by the time you do that third one, you're already starting to see that box forming, okay? But I do have the one more. Okay, so before we go ahead about gluing this together, we have to create the window that you saw. So here's my card once again. This is the cover, okay? When you open it up, it makes like a little box. So to create this window, I am using one of the framelits that comes in this coordinating framelit set. Okay, so the framelit set has 3 of these labels. Now what is awesome about these labels, if you like the look of stitching, like a sewing machine stitch, I want you to look because the pink piece that the Flirty Flamingo piece that I cut out of here, I actually used as a layer on the front of my card. But you can see on the inside, hopefully you can see the stitching that is on this edge, okay? And also on the cutout piece, there is stitching, okay? So it has double stitching on each of these framelits. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to very quickly, so this is my card. So when it's laying flat, it'll be like this. When it opens, it will be opening like this. So I need to have my cutout right here, okay? So I'm going to hopefully only take about 10 seconds, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this out really quick on my Big Shot. So are you loving all of the new samples that you're seeing online made with this Blended Seasons stamp set? I, myself, don't get online too often except for posting on my own blog and posting to my own Pinterest page, which you can find me all at Stamp Patties. If you type in Stamp Patties, you'll find me. So I have now cut out my little window. okay? And so my card, again, is going to be going like this. All right, so now I have created a piece for the center of the card where my greeting is going to go. It's going to be glued on the inside of this pocket. This piece is 3 inches by 5 inches, and it's going to get fit right there in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to snail that down. I'm feeling confident in my stamping abilities today. Okay, so my window is going to be like this. So if you look at my finished project, I tried to put my greeting as much in the center as I possibly could. So I am going to ink up my wishing you all the best, which is one of the one out of the 6 greetings that is in this stamp set. So in addition to having some beautiful images, we also have some beautiful sentiments. So I'm going to put that right about here, wishing you all the best. So now you should be able to see that through my window. Now what I need to do is I need to use some of our tear tape, which is extremely strong adhesive, but very, very easy to use. Now, it comes in a roll. Okay, so what I'm going to do is on this inside flap, I am going to put a strip of our tear tape on this strip. Now the beauty of this, don't need scissors. I'm going to hold my thumb on the end and just tear it. That's why it's called tear tape. Close this ink pad so I don't make a mess of my project. Okay, so now I'm going to peel the white paper side off, and it leaves the sticky side. Okay, so now very carefully I am going to close my cover onto the side piece onto the cover. So now when it's open, it looks like a box, but when it's closed, because of the score lines, it looks like a flat card. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so the focus of my video today was to show you how to make this boxed card, okay, and to give you the inspiration. But if you're looking at how I finished the card, let me just walk you through. So on the inside, you're seeing all this wonderful embellishing here, and all I did was take a piece of Whisper white paper and I stamped the image that is in the set, okay, and it is the full image, and I stamped that with our Memento ink pad. And using our watercolor pencils, we have a brand new collection of watercolored pencils. I colored in my image, and then I got my scissors and I did what's called fussy cutting. And when I fussy cut, I realized that I couldn't fit the entire image perfectly without distorting my greeting on the inside. So I separated, I cut my top flower off of the image and put that up here at the top. I used regular snail adhesive to adhere it to the back, to the window, and I did the same with the other piece. So there my inside was completely done. On the outside, I took a piece of Whisper white cardstock and I embossed it with our 3D leaves folder. I used the pink or the Flirty Flamingo piece that I cut out. And I also cut a smaller framelit, the one that's smaller, here it is, this one, out of our Whisper white, and I layered that. I chose a happy birthday greeting. I believe this one was from the Cake Soiree. And then this piece and this piece are part of the awesome framelit that comes with this bundle. So the bow is a separate framelit. And the flower is also a framelit. And I ran that through twice, once in Old Olive and once in Rich Razzleberry. My bow is also in Rich Razzleberry. I popped these up with a dimensional, and this one here is flat. And that is how I finished off my card. Okay, so I hope that you have enjoyed this short tutorial on how to make a super wow impressive box card, but it is one that you can actually mail because it lays flat just like a card. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in to watch me today. You have been visiting the Stamp Patties YouTube page, and I hope that you take the time to also visit my website, www.stamppatties.com. Always stamping in my flops. Have a great day. Until next time, happy stamping.